Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In this episode, we're going to discuss the best bet for UFC 288. If you haven't been watching, over the last 3 weeks, all of our bets have cashed. So if you haven't yet, you got to subscribe to the channel. We're giving you serious, awesome bets that are cashing and making you guys money. So what is my favorite bet for UFC 288? You're going to have to stay tuned. I'm going to walk you guys through this bet and why I think it's definitely going to cash this weekend at UFC 288. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's get right down to business. But before we get to our bet of the week, I want to give you guys a fun little parlay and let you know why I think there's a great possibility that this, a 5-leg parlay will cash this weekend at UFC 288. All right, the first leg in this parlay is Evelev over Diego Lopez. There's no chance on planet Earth that Evelev is going to lose this fight. He's going to take this dude down and get the submission probably within 3 minutes. If you guys are looking for a good little prop bet, Evelev by submission in the first round, look at that one for sure. All right, the next fight is Kennedy and Njoku versus Devin Clark. I love Kennedy. He's got a ton of power in his hands, and Devin Clark is just a little bit older. He's a little bit slower, and Kennedy's on the up and up, and I think he could finish Devin Clark for sure. And then we go Drew Dober over Matt Frevola. Drew Dober is coming off that amazing knockout win over Bobby Green. His striking continues to improve. He's got really good wrestling. He's got incredible cardio. He's got great power in that left hand. I just think he's a little bit better in every category over Matt Frevola, and he's just going to be too much for him. And here's where we throw a little wrench into the bet is like, I can't believe Charles Jourdain is a favorite considering how much better Kron Gracie is on the ground. And we all know Charles Jourdain is a little crazy on the feet. He throws crazy kicks and spinning attacks and flying knees. It's all over the place. So his fight IQ tends to get him in a little bit of trouble sometimes. So that's why I think he might make a mistake, and Kron Gracie's going to be able to get him to the ground and get that submission, whether it's an arm bar or he gets his back and chokes him out. I like Kron Gracie as a live dog here at plus 146. And then for the main event, the co-main event, we have Gilbert Burns versus Bilal Muhammad. I love Gilbert Burns here, and this is another fight where I think Gilbert Burns is just a little bit better in every single category. He's got way more power in his hands. The wrestling is probably about the same. Their cardio is about the same. But I think his ability to get up from a takedown is way better than Bilal Muhammad's is. And if Bilal Muhammad is able to take him down, I think Gilbert Burns is going to be able to get right back to his feet. We all know that off his back, Gilbert Burns, his jiu-jitsu is world-class. His jiu-jitsu is definitely better than Bilal Muhammad's. But I do think that this is a great bet at minus 130 to add to this parlay. So we do all 5 legs, and we get up to plus 980. $100 bet, almost 10x's our money with 4 favorites and 1 underdog who I do not think should be an underdog. If anything, it should be a pick'em fight for sure. All right, let's talk about the main event a little bit here tonight, because this is where our bet of the week is going to take place. The last 3 weeks, guys, every single one of our bets of the week have cashed. So if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. We're providing a ton of value for bettors out there. 3 wins in a row, and a lot of UFC YouTubers like to bet on 5, 6, 7, 8 fights a week. I like to maybe 2 bets. You got to narrow your scope down, and this way you can win a little bit more consistently. Okay. This is the way the welterweight division looks right now, and Bilal Muhammad has wins over 3 of the top 15 fighters. He has a win over Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, who was almost 39 when they fought. He fought Damian Maia when he was 43. So Bilal Muhammad has fought a lot of really older guys, and he's 1-1 against Vicente Luque. He lost by KO years ago, and then in the recent fight, Bilal Muhammad was able to put him away. So here is my bet of the week, guys. We are going to just straight up go Gilbert Burns to win at minus 130 odds. They're great odds. Earlier in the week, they were around minus 120. A little later in the week, they've blown up to minus 130. I've been watching a lot of tape on Bilal Muhammad, and there's a lot of tendencies that he has that I think Gilbert Burns is going to be able to expose. Bilal Muhammad's one of those fighters who likes to put pressure on their opponents. And when he does that, he gets hit a lot. I just rewatched that Sean Brady fight, and in that first round, Sean Brady was landing a lot of counter left hooks and a right hand over the top. And we all know Gilbert Burns' right hand over the top is probably the best right hand, maybe in the UFC, definitely in the 170 division. He put Khamzat Chimaev down with that right hand. With all those combinations he was throwing, that fight was absolutely crazy. All right, we're going to break this down in slow motion. Oh, bam, look at that right hand. Here it comes, watch. Boom! How did he eat that shot, man? Oh, my God. Boom! What a right hand. Bilal Muhammad, you're going to sleep. I like Gilbert Burns here to win either by decision or by finish. I just think that he has too much power, and Bilal Muhammad's going to take a lot of punishment in this fight. I mean, if he thinks he's going to be able to take down Gilbert Burns and hold him there, I just don't foresee that happening at all. They both have really good gas tanks, so I don't know if he has the advantage there. This is a 5-round fight, which is really exciting, so I cannot wait for this fight. I love Gilbert Burns at minus 130. And Bilal Muhammad also has a tendency to leave that left leg, because he fights orthodox stance, he puts a lot of weight on that left leg to drive that right hand over the top. And that left leg is there for the taking. So if Gilbert Burns is smart, he's going to blast Bilal Muhammad's legs, man. He hasn't really fought a guy yet that can keep the fight standing that's going to land leg kicks. Stephen Thompson could have landed leg kicks, but Bilal Muhammad never let the fight get to standing. He was constantly taking Stephen Wonderboy Thompson down, holding him in there. It was a really boring fight. He's not really an exciting fighter. I mean, that finish he got over Sean Brady, I think was his first finish since like 2014 or something like that. So he's not the most exciting fighter in the world. But I'm putting my money, my $100 bet this week on Gilbert Burns at minus 130 as our bet of the week. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. We're going to try to extend our winning streak from 3 to 4 weeks in a row and keep winning you guys money each and every week. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you guys on the next fight.